Good evening, card gamers. So tonight, well, I recorded this 13th of February, but I'll upload this around February 15, 2 a.m. maybe 1 a.m. or exactly 12 midnight, because I need to upload a different video for February 14th. Yeah, later, 2 hours from now, because it's 10 p.m. right now in February 13. So if you read the title, this is Gavrail deck profile. This deck isn't mine. This is something that's ordered for me to be. I'm ordered to sell this deck, but since I have it, why not make a deck profile out of it? Yeah, I just adjusted the light. We're not gonna need the double-sided markers in this video. So let's try to make it speedy. I don't think we have enough space to have. Yeah, I'm just gonna try. I'm not using any, what you call this, tripod. I'm just using my hand, so I need to make this quick, or I'll just be shaking because I don't have steady hands. So if you're watching this and getting nauseated because the camera is shaky, I am sorry in advance. So of course you can't say Gavrail without Gavrail. So Black Shiver Gavrail. This one is an SP version. Skill, Vanguard Circle skill continues. During your turn, if a total of 3 or more new cards were put into any player's damage zone this turn, all of your front row units gets plus 10,000 power. So, of course, Bushi staple power creep. Second skill, another Vanguard Circle skill, Axe skill once per turn, cost counter +1 and soul +1. Return a card from your damage zone to your hand and put a card from your damage zone on the bottom of your deck and deal this unit 2 damage. So basically, you get one card from your damage zone add to hand, put a card from damage zone bot deck, so you probably want a trigger to the bottom of your deck, and for the 2 cards that you've taken out of the damage zone, you will rescue check 2 cards from the top of your deck. So that's pretty much its skill. Of course, 4 copies in this deck that's being sold. Yeah, it's actually already paid for. It's already sold. I already have the money. I just need to send it to my supplier. So that's for Gavrail. Of course, it's supporting grade 3. Oh, sugoi, right? Another SP, but it's not all SP, so it's impressive. But this has at least 5 SP. I think this is supposed to be an SP pack, but the original owner, I think, ordered me back then to sell the starter, the critical, and the, I mean, not critical, the draw PG, the draw perfect guard, and the marker, I mean quick shield. So moving on, Black Observe, Hamiel, skill, Vanguard / Trigger Circle skill auto. When placed, if you have a Vanguard with black in its card name, counter +1, and also call a card from a damage zone to your R, and deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. So CB1, call a card from damage zone, then rescue check. Well, that's what I call the skill. That's how I'm used to calling that skill. Second skill, Trigger Circle skill. This is actually pretty good. When it attacks, counter +3 until end of turn, until the end of the battle that it attack. This unit gets plus 15,000 and critical +1. And your opponent cannot call sentinels from his or her hand to Guardian Circle. And then at the end of that battle, put this unit into your soul. So if you've read the cost for Gavrail's second skill, the axe skill, it uses up soul. So you're probably gonna be using this skill every turn, I think, if possible. So this is actually your soul, what do you call this, replenishing card ish. You don't have to worry about the counter blast 3 because this deck actually rescue checks a lot. So that face down card will probably replaced by a card that you've rescue check or dealt your Vanguard. Anyways, that's the grade 3s. We're moving on to the grade 2s. Of course, keeping with the theme, rescue check. Black mapping Salafiel. Well, I don't want to call them blacks. That's just there's something of about that. Anyway, black mapping Salafiel. Its skill is continuous, rearguard circle. During your turn, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, it gets plus 10,000 power. So it's a 19k bit stick more or less. But since every turn, you'll probably be rescue checking or switching out cards from your damage zone into another zone, or anyways, you're gonna be moving a lot in the damage zone, moving cards a lot. And then second skill, auto, Vanguard slash trigger circle skill. When placed, soul plus 1, heal a card from your damage zone. If you heal, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. Same as this card. You can only use the same ability per a card once per turn. Per card with same card name once per turn. Anyways, 4 of that. Let's try to... I'm doing this one-handed. And I'm using my dominant hand because it doesn't get what do you call this? It doesn't get tired easily, if you know what I mean. For those people that has no dates, that was not able to date anybody this February 14th, well, same. So don't worry, it's not the end of the world if you don't have a date or you haven't do the boom boom. You know boom boom? Yeah. Sorry for the cringy jokes. Not cringier than dad jokes though. Anyways, moving on. Another grade 2 in this deck. I'm running 4 of, what you call this? Nurse of Hold Heart. So Nurse of Hold Heart has a Vanguard slash trigger circle skill. When placed from hand, counter plus 1, swap a unit from a card from your hand with a card from a damage zone. If you put a grade 0 card into your damage zone, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards, put it into his or her damage zone. And if opponent's trigger was put into his or her damage zone, your opponent chooses a card from his or her damage zone and heals it. So, if you want to have Gavrail's continuous without actually using its skill, I don't know why, but probably you'll be late games. That's the reason maybe why you're not wanting to do 2 rescue checks in a turn. This is actually a good card to do that because the continuous is actually just a 3 or more cards were put in the damage zone this turn. So this card actually just swaps a unit from card to your hand, so that's 1. Then puts a rear guard in your opponent's damage zone, so that's 2 cards that was put into a damage zone, new cards. And third, your opponent heals a card. No, that's not third. That's only 2 movements, so that's pretty good for a counter plus 1. And also, in a way, I actually think this actually sets up if you don't have a trigger in your damage zone and you want to pick maybe a key card, maybe Hamiel, and put Hamiel into your hand and put a trigger into the damage zone, then use Gavrail's skill to put that trigger to the bottom of your deck in order to stack up triggers later on in the game. So that's maybe one of the uses, probably the use of this grade 2. I'm running 4. There's a reason why. I don't have 4 Jaffiel, but I do have an SP of it. Of course, Black Aquileus, Jafkiel. whatever. Skill, when placed, counter +1. This unit gets plus 3000 power. Did I read it right? Yeah, 3000 power until end of turn. So it is a 12k beat stick. Well, not beat stick. You need to use its skill. Um, well, return a card from damage zone to your hand, and if you return a card, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. So same as Hamil and what do you call this? Salafiel. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. So you can spam it. Only 3 copies, but that's the problem. Whoever bought this just can probably just either buy a base or another SP, or just downgrade trade this for 2 copies of the base rarity. So I'm basically suggesting to other people that wants to build this, if you're watching this deck profile, you probably want this at 4, then have this maybe 3, or maybe swap this for another unit, maybe that card in the no shell deck list that I'm using, the continuous plus 5000 for every card in the damage zone, no cost, because I don't want costly cards. I mean, not costly in a manner of currency, costly and cost in using skills. Moving on, we're going to the grade 1s. It's already 11 minutes, so let's go faster. Call this Infect Angel. So this Infect Angel skill, let me focus, camera focus. Here we go. This Infect Angel skill, call this. When placed, put a unit from your hand into your damage zone, and put a face of card in damage zone into your hand. So it's basically a swap. So if a card that you don't like to be in your hand early game, or you're probably gonna use another card skill, you can just probably swap out. Maybe you want to add a trigger from your damage zone to your hand in order for it to be used for guarding, and put a unit card from your hand to your damage zone. You can probably use this and use Hamil's skill in order to call out that card that you put into your damage zone. You're basically calling it with extra steps, and then dealing yourself a damage in order to get a chance of getting a trigger during, what do they call this? Yeah, during main phase. So that's probably one of the plays that you can do in this deck. Next, grade 1s, Abdiel, Black Leash. Black Leash Abdiel gets plus 10,000 power during your turn if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn. During your turn. So that's pretty much its skill. No more, no need to say more. Next, another black archetype, I think. Gavrail support. I'm just gonna call it Gavrail support. When it attacks, hits doesn't necessarily need to hit a Vanguard. Draw a card. So that's his first skill, Vanguard skill. Second skill is a strict rearguard circle skill. When placed, if you have Vanguard with black in its card name, discard a card from your hand and return a card from your damage zone into your hand. So -1 from hand, +1 to hand, and then you do a rescue check. I think, yeah. Wait, what? If you return a card, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. So same as this card and this card and this card. This skill can only be used by a card with the same card name as this one once a turn. So strict once a turn, because Bushi don't want you to spam rescue checks. Well, yeah, I already said it, I think. I call them rescue checks because it's much easier to say than deal your Vanguard 1 damage, or X amount of damage equal to the X amount of healed cards by the skill. Anyways, moving on, grade 1 again, Black Call Nakir, another SP, 1 copy of course, because I think it's originally an SP pack. Call this? Continuous as always during your turn. If your new card was put into your damage zone, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. VNR skill. Second skill, VNR when placed from hand. Yeah. Look at 5 cards from your top of your deck, level up to 1 grade 3 from among them, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, discard a card from your hand. So, pretty generic, grade 3 searcher for standard. Gonna put it there. Let's move that, our mouse. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy packaging cards that I sold. And I'm gonna package the cards that I sold here. And dice. Yeah, everything. Just doing a quick deck profile for Vanguard. YouTube content. Moving on, grade 1. Getting tired on handling it, so I'm just gonna put it in the playmat. Scaling Angel. So, Scaling Angel's skill is when placed, discard a card from your hand and draw a card. Vanguard Circle skill. So, Record Circle skill. Second skill, when placed, if your drop zone has a normal unit, put a face-up grade 2 or less card from your damage zone into your soul. Choose a normal unit from your drop zone and put it into your damage zone. So, another way to replenish the soul, since you're probably gonna be using this card skill at least once a turn. Yep, not at least, exactly once a turn. And probably gonna use this card if you have it. If you want to also. Soul Blast. So, at least you have 3 chances to replenish your soul. Well, if you're creative enough, I think there's another way to go more than 6 chances. Next. Of course, triggers. Heals. Oh wait, I didn't actually. Oh god, here we go. Flip that heal. Oh, you saw that? The sleeves. That's mine now. It's a what you call. See, very nice, right? Very nice. I think it's Tenki no Ko or Weathering with You. It's a movie released, I think, last 2019. It's more or less, I don't know if you could call it a sequel of we call this Kimi no Naiwa, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie, but in comparison to the original, the one that got popular, it's better. That one's better than this, but it's also a good movie, in my opinion. It's up to you what you think of it, the movie. I'm just sharing that I have sleeves. I gained ownership of these sleeves, and I'm probably not gonna sell it because I don't think anyone else has this sleeve here in the Philippines. So, back to the deck profile. So many extra na bull crap, right? I'm sorry if it's already 20 minutes into the video. 18 minutes. We're not running draw sentinels. I think the reason why, because this deck probably will deck out faster if there's a draw sentinel. I don't know. I'm just sharing the deck profile of the deck that I'm ordered to sell. And I don't have copies. Another reason I don't have copies of the no shell draw sentinel, draw 5 card. And of course, more crits. So, that's pretty much the deck list. 12 crits, 4 heals. Of course, there's a starter. 2 Scaling Angel. 3 Black Coal Nakir. 3 Zophiel. 3 Abdil. It's up to you if you want to run two of these, but some people don't actually run these in order to run a set of Infect Angel and Abdil. But I think, yeah, it's up to you what you want. This is just the deck profile that I'm sharing. So 3 Disinfect Angel, 3 Jafgil, 4 Nurse of what the hell? Hold the Heart, and 4 Salafiel, for Hamiel, and of course, oh my god, I'm stuttering. Black Shiver Gavrail. That mental block though. So that's pretty much the deck list. Thank you for watching. Sorry for this video to be getting into 20 minutes. Deck profile for 20 minutes, right? Yeah. Help my channel grow. Subscribe. At least support me by subscribing. You don't have to watch every video if you don't want to. But I'd appreciate it if you watch. Subscribe, leave a like, share this video if you want. Hit that bell button to be notified for future uploads if you want to be notified for future uploads. And what else? What else can you do? That's pretty much it, I think. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.